This video was made in partnership with Newbie, who are just as obsessed with movies as we are. It's back! Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things to remember before seeing It Chapter 2.
To the losers.
That means we'll be taking a look at plot points and details from 2017's It, as well as Stephen King's original novel that you'll want to keep in mind going into the sequel. We would say spoilers, but it's kind of a given. Anyway, let's get to the list. Number 10, The Losers Club.
To the losers.
The first film might have been about the death of childhood innocence, but the past has largely shaped the adults the Losers Club have become.
Take it, Georgie.
Bill, who never gave up on solving the disappearance/murder of his brother Georgie, is pursuing his passion for writing as a mystery novelist. The wisecracking Richie is entertaining people as a DJ, while Ben has gone from chunk to hunk. Although Beverly and Eddie managed to escape their abusive parents, both have gone on to unhealthy relationships with their romantic partners. Mike, the only loser to remain in Derry, is battling an entirely new demon: substance abuse. Oh, and then there's Stan. Well, hopefully you weren't too attached to Stan.
Stan?
Stan, we all have to go. Beverly was right. If we split up at last time, that clown will kill us one by one. But if we stick together, all of us will win.
Number 9, The Timeline. In Stephen King's novel, the losers first encounter it in the summer of 1958 and return to face their fears 27 years later in 1985. The time frame is altered in the first movie, in which little Georgie is killed by Pennywise in October 1988.
I should get going now.
Without your bow, you don't want to lose it, Georgie. Bill's gonna kill you.
The losers manage to overcome the dancing clown in summer 1989. Just like in King's novel, it comes out of hibernation every 27 years to feed upon children.
Don't you understand what Mike was trying to tell us? It feeds, Richie. It wakes up every 30 years and it feeds.
This would place Chapter 2 in modern day, roughly around the same time Chapter 1 hit theaters.
For 27 years, I dreamt of you. I craved you. I missed you.
Weirdly enough, the first movie was released exactly 27 years after the 1990 It miniseries aired. Pennywise is nothing if not prompt. Number 8, The Blood Oath.
I can only remember parts of it. I thought I was dead. That's what it felt like. I saw us, all of us, together back in the cistern. But we were older. Our parents' ages.
Although the losers seem to have the last laugh in the climax of Chapter 1, they're not convinced that they've seen the last of it.
I just remember how we felt. How scared we were. I don't think I can ever forget that.
When Bev was abducted by Pennywise, she had a vision in which she and the other losers are all grown up. Bill views this as a sign that it isn't dead, proposing that the losers take a blood oath to come back to Derry and kill the creature if need be.
Swear it. Swear, if it isn't dead, if it ever comes back, we'll come back too.
Cutting and holding hands, the losers all accept the oath before parting ways. In Chapter 2, the losers must make good on their blood oath and open up some old wounds. Number 7, Ben's poem to Bev. Chapter 1 left a few threads dangling, including the love triangle between Bill, Bev, and Ben.
Your hair.
Your hair is beautiful, Beverly. Oh. Right. Thanks.
Although Bev becomes friendly with both, Bill's the one she wants to take things further with. Ben tries expressing his feelings in a poem, and it works, except Bev initially thinks Bill wrote it.
Your hair is winter fire, January embers. My heart burns there too.
Bev doesn't realize who her true secret admirer is until it sends her into a catatonic state, and a passionate kiss from Ben snaps her out of it. Don't feel too bad for Bill, though. Bev kisses him goodbye before departing from Derry. When Bev returns to Derry as an adult, the poem triggers old feelings. But are those feelings for Bill or for Ben?
Your hair is winter fire, January embers. My heart
Number 6. Leaving Derry.
You all packed for Portland?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going tomorrow morning.
How long will you be gone?
My aunt, she says I can stay for as long as I want.
One by one, all the losers depart Derry. The one exception is Mike, who preserves the town's dark history as a modest librarian. It's only natural that the losers would want to get far away from Derry, given the well above average numbers of disappearances and deaths among the townsfolk.
Why is it all murders and missing kids? Derry's not like any town I've ever been in before. They did a study once, and it turns out people die or disappear 6 times the national average.
All 91 people who founded Derry vanished shortly after signing the town charter, and matters have not improved much. When bodies start piling up again, Mike realizes it's time to call his old club. You can take the losers out of Derry, but you can't take Derry out of the losers. Number 5. What happened to Henry?
Like lambs to a slaughter.
In addition to the losers, it also targets sociopath Henry Bowers. Instead of eating Henry, it uses him as an instrument of death. When the losers set out to rescue Bev, Henry is motivated to do its dirty work.
You didn't listen to what I told you, did you? You should have stayed out of Derry. Your parents didn't. Look what happened to them.
Following a confrontation with Mike, Henry falls down the well to what appears to be his demise. This isn't the last the losers have seen of their childhood tormentor, though. Henry survives the fall and is taken in by authorities for the murder of his father. Now that it has brought the losers back to Derry, an adult Henry is ready to settle the score, and it'll take more than a few rocks to fend him off this time. Number 4. How adults see it. It feeds on the kind of fear only kids can have. And since the losers are still harnessing feelings from the past, they're able to see it even as grown-ups. But there's always something very off about the adults in Derry.
Where are you sneaking off to?
Nowhere, Daddy.
It's especially shocking when a man and woman drive by as the Bowers gang is about to cut Ben up, but the two adults do nothing to stop them.
Get off me! Help! Help!
Their actions are given some context, however, as a red balloon pops up in the backseat. Although it preys upon children, this entity can have an impact on adults as well. This explains why it has been getting away with murder for so long with no interference.
Look at them now, boys. Ain't nothing like a little fear to make a paper man crumble.
Number 3. Deadlights. Within the Stephen King multiverse, the deadlights are bright orange lights that can drive a person to insanity or even drive them to death. When Bev was taken by Pennywise in Chapter 1, the dancing clown peeled his head back and forced her to gaze down his throat.
I'm not afraid of you.
You will be.
She not only gets a peek of the deadlights down there, she also hears what sounds like the souls of countless children screaming in agony. Fortunately, the losers save Bev before her mind completely deteriorates.
Bev! Beverly! Why isn't she waking up? What is wrong with her?
We got to see a little more of the deadlights in the It miniseries, and from what Stephen King has shared on social media, they should play a greater role in this second chapter as well. Number 2. Maturin the Turtle. One of the most out there characters in the novel is Maturin the Turtle, a guardian of the beams that support the Dark Tower. Maturin also aided Bill as a child, giving him helpful advice during the losers' battle against Pennywise. While Maturin did not appear in Chapter 1, Bill is briefly seen holding a turtle made out of toy bricks. It's also mentioned while the losers are swimming that a turtle is in the water.
the Turtle.
Could these just be throwaway Easter eggs, or are the filmmakers building up to Maturin's arrival in Chapter 2? Considering how outlandish Maturin is, it's understandable that the filmmakers would cut him out of the story. But if you see a giant turtle, do not be surprised. Not quite at the end yet. Almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1. What Pennywise is. You know how people tend to mix up Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster? The same can be said about Pennywise and It. Pennywise the Dancing Clown is the face of this franchise, but he's just one of several forms It takes. In Chapter 1, It also shapeshifts into a leper, a creepy painting, and a decapitated child, not to mention Bill's deceased brother.
You will do. You will do. You will do. You will do. You will do.
As we'll find in Chapter 2, It has even more forms in its repertoire, including an elderly lady.
But you know what they say about Derry? No one who dies here ever really dies.
None of these are its true form, however. It isn't until Pennywise takes Bev and reveals the deadlights that we're given a glimpse of this cosmic entity. Will we see the creature in its entirety in Chapter 2? Who knows? This video was made in partnership with Newbie, who are just as obsessed with movies as we are. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.